demo, we'll take a look at the latch plate drawing, which looks like this in your packet. This is another dual credit drawing. This one happens to be from JJC. We've done some Moraine Valley drawings, some JJC drawings. This one, we're going to focus on half of it and mirror it. So when we're done, we'll copy this over, mirror it, and have a scaled down version that is put together like this. To start off, all I did was drew a line that was 6.3, because I know that's the length of the part is 6.3, and then I offset it down 3 times. I went down 0.6, 0.8, and 1.5. So started with a 6.3 line, 0.6 offset, 0.8 offset, and then the 1.5. And you can kind of see that here. You can kind of see the progression of my drawing, kind of how I started, drew the circles, the angles, and kind of how it ended. But here are those lines I'm talking about. So I started with this one, that's 6.3, offset it down 0.6, 0.8, and then 1.5. So if you want to see those dimensions, here's the 1.5, and that's the 6.3, that's the 0.6, and then 0.8. Now there's one last line you'll have to offset. We need to get the bottom of this. So the bottom right now is here, but there's also this space here, which is 0.56. We have a radius. It says radius 0.56. That's the distance from here to here, or there to there, here to here. So from here to here is 0.56. So I want to now offset this down 0.56 to get to the bottom. So O, enter, 0.56, enter. Now I click the bottom and go down. So now I should have 5 lines there, and I can even connect the side, kind of make it look like a box. Also, the very top line, I'm going to switch to a center line. Reason why is if you look at your plans here, for the most part, it's a center line the whole way across. A little bit, this 0.94, I could draw a line here, 0.94, but most of it is a center line. So I'll go over 0.94, and then I'll go down 0.8 and kind of get this little corner done. So I'll grab a line. I'm going to go up here. So I'm going to go over 0.94. I'm going to go down 0.8, which really I can just connect it to the 0.8 there. So that little corner part is done. For that 0.56 radius, I could use my fillet tool. I could draw a line over 0.56, up 0.56 to get to the center point. There's a couple different ways you can do that. I'm going to use fillet. So F, enter, R, enter. Set it to 0.56. Let's try that again. Okay, 0.56, and then click this line and that line. So that's that bottom corner. There's also the circle, which if you just use a diameter circle and just kind of get in this general area, you should see the center point pop up. And that circle is a 0.5 diameter, which we know because of this dimension right here. There's 4 of them, 0.5 diameter, 1, 2, and then when we mirror it, we'll have the other 2. Also, this one, it's 3.5. So from here to here is 3.5. I could just copy this one over 3.5. I could draw a line 3.5. I could copy it 3.5. A couple different ways I could get that done. I'm going to copy. So I'm going to click my copy tool. I'm going to select the circle. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to select my center point. I'm just going to move it the direction I want to go. And I'm going to type in 3.5, enter. So now I just copied that circle over 3.5. If you want to check it to be sure that it's right, you can always do that. Yep, that's 3.5. A couple other things. Well, in the next step, we kind of want to get this center point here, which is pretty important. This 0.4 radius circle. You'll see here, to get this little curved part in the middle, almost looks like a fish hook or something. There's this circle right here, which is a 0.4 radius. The center point is right there. It's 3.3 over and 0.8 down. So you go 3.3 over, 0.8 down, you'll get to this center point right here, which is key to this middle section. So if I go back to this one. So first thing I'll do is offset. So O, enter, 3.3, enter, and I'm going to click the right edge, and I'm going to go over 3.3 that way. Now I already have the 0.8 down. It's right here. I could just double check that. but 0.8 is right here. So that's the center point right there for the 0.4 radius. So I'm actually going to switch my layer here for a second to visible, get a radius circle right there, and that's going to be 0.4. So now I have this circle right here, which eventually I will trim because I only need a quarter of it. But now I have that 0.4 radius circle. The other part is this 2 radius. So anywhere along this curve is going to be 2 inches to this center point. So the bottom right here, so from the very bottom of that circle I drew to this center point is 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from here straight up 2 inches, and then I can get this center point right here. All right, so I'm going to switch back to, and actually, as long as I'm on visible, I'll switch these circles too. Okay, so I'm going to switch to construction layer, grab a line. From the bottom of this circle now, I want to go up 2 inches. Now I have this center point. So from here to here is 2 inches. And from there, I want to draw a big circle with a radius of 2. So I grab a radius circle from right here, and that's going to be 2. At this point, it's just going to be a lot of kind of trimming and cleaning up. I could do this fillet in here, by the way. There's this little 0.25 fillet, goes down 0.8. I got 0.25 there. I could get that in. So F, enter, R, enter, 0.25. That would be the 0.8, so that's the bottom one to here. I got a lot of trimming to do up in here. Let's see, I'm going to go down. I can trim. I'm going to keep this and get rid of the top part of this circle right now. I can also do a TR, enter, enter, and I know this white circle, I only need that bottom right corner. So we'll go from there right now. I can do another TR, enter, enter. I can get rid of this. And I can delete that line. Over here, it goes down 0.6. So I can get rid of that 0.8 line on this side. So again, you just got to be careful what you're trimming. Make sure you're trimming the correct stuff here. This line here, I can grab the grip, and it's going to drag it. I'm going to drag it to right there. Okay, and I can trim this. So you just got to look at your plans carefully, make sure you're trimming and cleaning up the right things. This line here, I can grab the grip. That's the 0.6, which is only on this part. So I can bring that back over. So you can kind of see it taking shape there. The only other thing I have to finish, it looks like, would be over in here, which are the angles. I have a 15-degree angle and then a 135-degree angle. Probably what I'll do to start is I got to find these points, like the 15 degrees and the 135, like the 1.6. I know it's 1.6. I can do some math to figure out this one. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I think I'll draw a construction line right here. I'm going to draw a construction line here because I know that, and I'm going to draw it all the way down. I know that the distance from here to where that next 15-degree angle ends is 1.6. So I'm going to offset 1.6 here over. Okay, so from the bottom point right here, I now have this point right here, and I offset the line over 1.6. So I know that this is 15 degrees. So I can draw a line up this way at 15 degrees. So I'm going to get a line from the bottom right here. I'm going to go up this way. I'm going to hit tab, and I'm going to type in 15. Hit enter. All right, and I know that this distance right here is 1.6. So I know that 15-degree angle is going to end right there. So what I could do is I could trim the rest of that angle. While I'm at it too, I can even trim. I can get rid of this. I can get rid of this too. So that's the 15-degree angle. The rest of it is going to be the 135. which if you look here at the finished one, see I have this 135 degree angle. And the other half of it, if I were to draw a line, if I draw a line straight over, like this, and I put a dimension, an angular dimension from here to here, just 45 degrees. So we can draw this, so we have this point now. So we just have to draw a line up at 45, and we have the end, and we just basically clean it up and trim it. So from right here, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to hit Tab, type in 45, hit Enter. At this point, I can kind of clean some. I can get rid of this dimension and get rid of this line. I can trim. I'm going to do a TR, Enter, Enter. I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of all of this stuff here. I don't need this line anymore, really. So at that point, I'm just kind of cleaning it up, trimming things out, making sure things are on the right layer. And I would double check some measurements, maybe check that 135. And it looks pretty good. 135, or it would be 45 the other way. So in the next video, we will finish this up with all of the center marks, dimensions, and I'll show you how to mirror.